AD, do you feel like in the year and a half or so you played for the Lakers that you have become obviously the defending champs, but have you taken over the Warriors' perch as the team with the target on his back, the kind of the standard of the league these days?
I think when you're a defending champs, you kind of hold that standard for the league. I don't say we took over the Warriors won 3 out of 4 or something like that. So we don't you know we haven't accomplished that yet. But I think whoever the defending champions are kind of hold that standard that each team wants to become, and we have that target on our back this year of teams trying to match up to beat the Lakers, and it comes with the territory when you're holding the title. So uh, we've been doing a great job of continuing to do what we do and get better at what we do to hold that title, and try to keep it here in LA for this season. But every night you're going to get the other team's best shot, and we've seen that um, a lot this year with our team.
Kyle.
Congratulations to your football team.
No, thank you, Kyle, man. Appreciate that.
So well. First off, before you knew Kobe, was there something, either a move or maybe an element of his style that you emulated as like a teenager or something like that? And sort of as a follow-up, why do you think Kobe sort of inspired imitators and just had this generation of people who wanted to be like him?
Believe it or not, when I was younger, it was more the LeBron era, so I was always watching him. But I did, watch Kobe, and his back. I mean, being from Chicago, MJ, and then watching Kobe, kind of emulate his game and the back to the basket turnarounds and stuff. Always kind of, stood out to me. Just how much space you create. With just a small turn on your shoulders and your hips. So I kind of just always watch that aspect. But I just think, we hear it now with his Mamba mentality. I think that just kind of resonates with everyone, in their personal lives as well, not just in sports. And, the way he, was on the floor, just a fierce competitor. The way he was off the floor, such a loving guy. I think it's hard for people not to love Kobe and not see the inspiration that he tried to give to the world. Especially with his daughters, the way he supported them and did so much with them. I think it's just it just sets a standard, for what everyone try to become. As a parent, and for us men, as a man, as a father. As a husband, all those things that he was, you try to, look how great he was at those things and try to, do the same thing with your personal life.
Bill.
AD, kind of going back to the Warriors question, I'm just wondering, you and LeBron both signed your extensions to be here long term. Have you guys, do you think about what that could be and what that could be by the time you guys are to the end of those contracts, and what kind of dynasty obviously is everyone's goal, but what you guys could do in 3 more years?
We take it year by year. Once you start looking too far into the future, you start getting blinded by what's in front of you. And we talk about this year how good of a team we have, and trying to repeat. That's our only thing this year, and then next year we'll worry about next year and the following year. And then I think he'll be done with his contract. So we just try to take it year by year and try to figure out what we can do to make sure we win a championship this year. And then after those years, we look back and on it and can laugh and smile and joke about what we have accomplished.
Melissa Rowland. AD, how much do you think LeBron's outspokenness on social justice and politics has inspired and encouraged other guys around the league to do so as well?
Um, I think he's the face of the league, and so when he says something, um, everyone listens, and I think it gives confidence to other younger players or other players who are not as outspoken to do the same thing, and it's you have a lot more confidence to say what you want to say when you have a league who has your back, and anybody who has your back in general. When you got a guy who um, backs the players in this league and wants the best for everyone and supports everyone, I think that you can speak out. And when guys see that, um, Braun speaks out or Braun says something about any subject matter, he then they feel comfortable to do the same thing.
Um, is it Tip or Took?
Tukin, sorry.
Okay.
Speaking of that, with what's happened in the past year, what does it mean to you to be able to play on MLK Day tomorrow?
It's an honor. I think in my career, I think I probably played 4 or 5 times on MLK Day, and it's always an honor. Usually, being in New Orleans, it was in Memphis, which was a whole different honor. But I think just playing on MLK Day is an honor for me, is an honor for our organization, for our team. Like you said, especially when everything that's going on around the world over the past year and then leading to this year. Um, you know, I wouldn't be surprised to hear a lot of guys speaking out tomorrow about everything that's going on. There's a lot of talk about starting the season, tomorrow, just make it more powerful. But for everything that MLK did for us, did for this world. Anytime you get a chance to play on MLK Day and represent what he wanted all along, you couldn't be more happier to do so. At least I'll definitely be happy to play.
Sorry about that. Last question, Kyrie.
What's happening, AD?
What's up, man?
You said you looked up to, you kind of like looked up to LeBron, and watched him growing up, So what does that mean to kind of like to play with him to this day? I know, like, you said it to the fact that you in the NBA, you're a superstar yourself, but what does that mean to play with somebody that you kind of, watch growing up?
Yeah, it's crazy you say that because when we were in the bubble, he was getting like accomplishment after accomplishment, breaking record after record, and me, him, and some of our guys that was with us was making a joke about how next he's gonna break the record for most shoes he's tied, and it was just crazy thing that he's breaking records for. So, and I was on a bus one day on the way to the game, and I can't remember what game it was. It was in the playoffs though, and I was on Instagram and I saw a post about LeBron, and it was basically saying that he was top 3 in like almost every statistical category, and I sent that to him, and I sent him like this long. I gotta see if I can find it. This long paragraph on about it, and they were just saying like I remember when I was a kid going to driving on a Greyhound bus by myself, 15, 16 years old, going from Chicago to, Akron for your camp, and seeing you for the first time, and you're such an inspiration to all of us you might not know, and it's just crazy how everything comes full circle to now we're on the same team battling for a championship. And it was a lot more like in depth about it, but you kind of just hit these moments where you realize like the guy I looked up to and had all his shoes and wanted to be like, and now we're teammates, and one of my closest friends. So it all just comes full circle, and I'm pretty sure he was the same way, with a guy like Kobe, and even, not getting a chance to play against MJ, but he probably did when MJ was with the Warriors, I'm not sure. But, you know, it was kind of like that same feeling for me. And I kind of just told him that. And it felt kind of awkward just walking to the locker room, like sending a heartfelt message to him. And now we about to go play. And we right next to each other. So, like, damn, what is he going to say? Like, man, you soft, or like, we going to see him before a game. So it was kind of weird. But he said nothing about it. And, you know, after the game, he said something, you know. So it's a pretty cool moment to be able to play with one of the guys, play alongside one of the guys you look up to.